Welcome back everybody to Little Miss Stampy Pants. Today I'm going to show you how I created this wonderful Christmas greeting card. I actually did my own stamping in the background instead of using the designer series paper. So let's get started. I started out with the garden green cardstock, measured at 5.5 by 8.5, and I scored at 4 1/4. This is the standard for an A2 card, and I used the garden green stamp pad, and that was to make the background. And it stamps a little bit darker, even though it's the same color. It does stamp a little bit darker, which makes it nice. I also have the star Thinlit dies. You'll need one of the Thinlits, and I'll show you that later on in the video, which one I used for this decoration here. And I also used the sentiment out of the Cookie Cutter Christmas. It's the warm, heartfelt greetings for a very Merry Christmas. And I also used the stamp set of the Star of Light and the spray. So I used this one and the spray. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to take this stamp set, and I just using the garden green, and I do have the Stampin' Pad underneath because it is a photopolymer stamp set, so it will require that extra cushion for it to come out really good. So let's go ahead and ink this up, and then you just randomly stamp it all over the card. And figured I would start my Christmas cards since it's going to be right around the corner, not too much longer, and we'll need to be preparing. So, and I just randomly put it around, just stamping on the edges just to get it super cute. All right, I think that's a good start. All right, and then I took the sprays, and actually while I have this one, I might as well do the inside. So the inside, I had this here. So since I already have this already inked on, might as well do that. So we'll move that one out of the way. We'll just stamp the corner here of this one. Stamp it on there. And put that aside. Alright, and then we'll do the sprays. And there was no rhyme or reason to them. I just wanted to, basically put them all over it just so that it can show. I love this stamp set. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'll be definitely using this one for a long time. That's for sure. Isn't that cute? And like I said, there is no rhyme or reason. There's no... just wherever I feel that it could use some sprays. Isn't that beautiful? Love it, love it, love it. There we go. I think that's almost... I'll do another one like right here. Yeah, there we go. I think that's good. I think that looks really good. Maybe just another one right here. Yeah. Alright, perfect. So, oh, dropped my stamp. Thank goodness it landed upright. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I cut out this here. And with this, you can just use your Big Shot. It's the smallest little star one. I had already run it through to try and save some time. But I did want to show you this die brush, because let me tell you, this is the best when you're trying to get all these little tiny pieces out of an intricate stamp. So you just put it on there, run your die brush over it, and it is going to get all those little pieces out of there. So you're not sitting there trying to poke it with, see, isn't that beautiful? And look at all those little pieces. You're not trying to poke it with one of those picks. So that's the design that I had out of the Starlight Thinlit die set. So we're going to need that. I'll set that aside. Okay. And then with this Very Vanilla, I also have the label bracket punch. And it has the cute scroll work on the sides. So I always flip it over. They're made to be punched that way, and that way you can make sure that you're going to get the entire punched image. Alright, you just fold this, and you can take your bone folder and score it down if you'd like as well. Alright, so then we're just going to lay this on, and I just used the Tombow multi-liquid glue, and I just put it on the back here. Probably ought to go around the edge a little bit more. Alright. And I want to put this down a little bit just because I had it up further on the other one, and I just think that it should be down a little bit further. Alright, and I just laid that on there. Now with this, you can do this part here, the banner, several different ways. Some people have the banner punch, which would allow you to just, I don't have a banner punch, but if I did, you can just take your punch like this and stick it in, and you can punch it. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't have that yet. So I just cut up the center just a little bit, and then I go from this corner to the center, and then from this corner to the center. So you can do it however you feel, fit. If you already have the banner punch, you definitely want to use that, because you're going to get a more straight banner. See? Because what I'm doing isn't working very well. There we go. Let's try that. Yeah. Okay, beautiful. Okay. So, like I said, you can do it any which way that you wish. So before we adhere this, though, I did use the, I embossed this with the white embossing powder. So I'll show you how to do that as well. So you just take your embossing buddy, and you want to go over the whole thing, just so that it doesn't have any static cling to it. I'm starting to get really good about that, so that's good. And I just tap it off here. And then I take a Versamark, and I want to take my, here, I'll wipe that off here. We don't want green on there. That won't be good. Alright. Okay, so then we take our Merry Christmas sentiment and put it on our block. I can't wait to get the Stampin' Up! Blocks. They're going to be so much better. They're thicker. You can hang on to them better. These are not very thick, so definitely can't wait for that. So then we just take our Versamark and we tap. Make sure you get enough of the Versamark on there. Make sure your stamp's going the right way. And you want to just stamp in the center of this banner as best as you can. Sorry if my head gets in the way. And press and hold for a bit. Alright, beautiful. So then, I'm just going to take that off because I won't need that one anymore. Alright, beautiful. And then we take our white embossing powder. I have these containers, and I get them when I buy like lunch meat. And let me tell you, these are so much better than trying to put that embossing powder back into those little tiny containers. It can be a royal pain. But this seems to work pretty well. Alright, so then I just covered that whole thing with the embossing powder. And then I'm going to take my embossing tool and I'm going to take and get my tweezers. There we go. Just because it can get kind of warm. So if you just take your tweezers and hang on to it, that way you don't, sorry about that, you don't burn yourself. So when you're heating this, you want to heat it from the back side because that is the correct way of doing it. Some people do it in the front, some people do it in the back. Either way will definitely work. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it change colors, but it'll start to melt. And it'll get really shiny. There we go. Super cute. Alright. So there's our sentiment, the Merry Christmas. And we're going to take some Stampin' Dimensionals. And we'll just put a couple on the back side here. Alright, just take off this little paper here. And just lay it on the top. Right in the center of this piece here. And then I took some of the rhinestones, the basic rhinestones, and I just put one on each of those on the top. Alright. Kind of a pain to get a hold of, but in the bottom. Just like that. Okay. And then to adhere this, all I did was I used the Tombow. You can also use the fine tip glue. That too would probably work better than this. Unfortunately, I don't have that yet. So I'm just going to just tap a few dots here and there. There we go. Just enough to get it so that it'll stick. Alright. And just stick it down. Take another rhinestone and put it in the center. Oh, did you see that? They want to pop right off. Run away. Alright, beautiful. Isn't that cute? And then for the inside, just take our piece of Very Vanilla Cardstock that we had stamped. Take some of the Tombow. Super easy card, but so awesome, so nice. I love it. So then we're just going to set it on there, even all the way around. There we go. Alright, and then for our final message, we're going to go ahead and stamp in the garden green. Just stamp that. Make sure it's going right. And I just did it on the top. You can put it in the middle, wherever your little heart desires. Beautiful. Alright, so there is the card. See how super easy that was to make, but comes out beautiful. I love it. So there's my cards. And I just want to thank you so much for watching. And if you would like any of the products that I used to create this card, you can visit me on littlemissstampypants.stampinup.net. It'll also be right up at the above this video, so that if you'd like to, you can go ahead and write that down, visit the store, and get any of the products used to make this. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you. You guys have a wonderful crafting day. Bye.